Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Improved from Improved Gaming, and welcome to History With. And as Mo was just saying there, in one of the episodes, we actually didn't cover a lot of topics. And I realised we didn't cover it. I made sure we didn't cover everything, so we actually had stuff to talk about in this episode. So, in today's episode, basically, we done a lot of talking about Christmas stuff and that. Basic Christmas stuff. With, how it became commercialized and everything like that. But software.impre.exe is busted. Please try again. That's all that's running in my head at the moment. But there's one thing we didn't talk about. We did slightly touch on it, but we're going to go more about it now. When Christmas was first brought around, it was for a time of, it was to celebrate Jesus Christ, wasn't it? The rise of Jesus Christ once more. So it's not Star Wars Clone Wars, it's not Star Wars The Rise of the Jedi. It's Star Wars The Rise of Jesus. But basically, one of the main things that is quite a YouTube group that I watch each year has done videos for it. Does it live stream? They're on right now. I'm just not watching them today because I've got other stuff to do. Basically, it's the Oxcast. They do a charity live stream every year, and the charity live stream basically is it gets money in for charities to do with animal sanctuaries, places that is needed for people, animals, families, people down in their luck, that type of stuff. And one of the things that it does cover is mental health issues. And if I am remembering correctly, in our family we actually do have a few people with mental health issues, don't we? And we have, in my family we have a lot of things like, it's devastating to think of again, but it's there. It is part of us. We've had people dealing with cancer, stuff like that. But over Christmas, it's a time for people. It's a time for people to try and put aside like things like, oh, this, and it's more a time to celebrate it and enjoy it with your family. Yeah, as Mum said, family, it's decent to enjoy with friends. If you haven't got friends, just people you might know, which still counts as friends. But except for a person with a white van. If you know a person with a white van, please be safe. No, that's just dangerous. But jokes aside, there's.
Sorry guys, you're already playing. Try and make it a bit lighter, not so heavy.
But joking aside, there's so much bad stuff that's been happening recently. There's helium abuse. If you don't know what that is, it's basically recently a massive craze is people are now getting little helium canisters, and you shouldn't be doing it. It damages your body. But basically, during Christmas, one of the major things that a lot of people seem to forget, and it's not like they're like, oh, I accidentally forgot. I've got to admit, it seems more they purposely forget, and that is there's people out there that gets mental issues, so dementia, stuff like that. There's
all different types. Also with mental issues, also like people recovery, cancer, everyone sort of
everyone
has
everyone slightly forgets that there is people out there that still,
need that little bit of a help.
but they seem to think, oh, they don't need the help. I don't get why, but like there is people out there, like there's homeless. Oh, thank God. There's
There's some maybe you know elderly neighbour next door that never has any family come to see them, and you might just want to have a little roast dinner with them.
like what I'm talking about is we actually do that for ourselves. We actually, without even thinking, we generally offer to make our neighbour food throughout the week because she generally lives by herself. We don't. It's not that we feel bad for her or anything like that. It's just we've known her for that long,
Just look out for them.
and
Not much to make an extra meal. To give someone.
another thing was basically we know as well that her family lives so far away. Yeah, but it's better saying so far away. But like, stuff like that, it's kind of sad to see. But there's always going to be someone like that.
Did you ask the question when I actually got?
Yes. Going to her sons. So yeah, we actually invited her around for Christmas. We actually asked if she wanted to come to my nan's for Christmas to have a Christmas meal with my nan, and she went, "Oh, I'm off to my son, so don't worry." So I know it's sad though because well, let's just say they were a high buy when I was meant to be taking her shopping yesterday. Didn't even stay. Daughter-in-law. Like, it's when it gets down to stuff like that, it's sad when people dogs stop. It's sad to think when it gets like that. Oh, I know what time it is. It's sad to think like there's people out there that even though they've got relatives that are elderly, they still try and take advantage of them. It's really sad to see that type of stuff. Yeah, or I will say this now, or they just generally send them to a retirement home just to get rid of them. It's sad to see, but it's out there. And it
Sometimes they need a respite because they're so tired from all the work they've had to do. So there's also the carers. Everyone forgets about the carers as well.
yeah.
There's a lot of carers out there that they're all year round. They look after their friends, their parents, or they look after an ill child,
or they actually are paid carers who go out and look after elderly who might need someone to come and see them.
adverts I've seen on the telly this year. The little girl. Sorry, it starts off Santa in the middle of a war torn town, searching frantically for these children, and then he comes and sees a little girl. Santa is it? He's not even dressed up really nice. He's all shabby. All that great. Dressed like usual Santa, Christmas Santa. And he then finds the little girl huddled up in a corner. And all she wanted was to be away from the loud gunfire and everything else. She'd been split from her mum and dad and left by herself. And there's about families that were in the war part. The countries who were still at war. Basically, it was saying that, you know, to help reconnect the families back together again so they're not all apart. Tell you what, it was really quite a potent video.
One of the biggest things that I used to look forward to, because everyone who bought their album technically paid towards charities. One of the biggest groups I used to look forward to, and I will admit, I'm devastated that they don't do it anymore, is Band Aid. Band Aid used to get a whole load of celebrities together. The celebrities might not even have the same thing in common, but get all of them together, and it was about, it just basically, they were singing a song just to try and raise money for kids. Well, yeah, actually. Anyone who needed the extra push. It's devastating the fact that out there's people that need a bigger push than what you actually think. But when you stop to think about it, there's hundreds, if not thousands of families, yeah, if not even more, millions of families out there that need the extra help. I will say this now, could be your family, could be my family, it could be anyone's family. You won't know, because half the time that family tends to sit there with a big smile on their face, just being happy with what they've got. And the sad part about all that is, one of the films that were released recently actually does pose a good point to it, which is claws. But anyhow, on that note, I will have to say this now. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you have, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. And guys, I'll see you all next time. Bye.